Hello guys, welcome back to Learning from Home channel. Now in this video we are going to talk about formatting test 2. Now we are still continuing the formatting video. Now with this we're going to talk about the wrap test, merge and center, and the formatting here. Now how can you do that? So let's start by doing the wrap test. You can see there are a lot of tests when you write. Now it moves out from the cell. Example is so learning from home channel. Now you see now this test I typed this test in this cell, but you could see that the cell it has now moved out from this cell to almost the third or the second to the third cell as well. Okay, by this cell, this all tests here are found in only this cell. Now how can I do that for this cell to contain only this test without trespassing to the other cells? So select the test. Now go to wrap test. Wrap test. Now as soon as you go to wrap test, now it's going to wrap the whole test and fix it in the specific cell that you want it to be. So when you go to wrap test, you can see now the test is here. Now let's try another one and see. So you can see now YouTube channel. So you can see that now the YouTube is in one test, one cell, and the channel is in one cell. So in order for us to put the whole test in one cell, click on this where you typed it and go to wrap test. And that is how to wrap what test. Okay, so that's the wrap test. Alright, so now let's go to the next one. That is the merge and center. So you can see that this test over here, the one test, the wrap test here, you can see now it is, although it is fixed into one cell, but it is unreadable. It is unreadable because you can't read. You see now the test, some of the test is missing. The home here is missing. The learning tool, some of it is what is missing as well. So how can I do it to make it readable? That is where I need to expand. I need to expand the cell. Okay, so at least I can add 2 more cells so that I'm able to just split or to just fix it into those merge cells. So that is a merge. That is a merge. To merge. Now to join 2 cells. So let's see. Now with this, let's write the same learning from home. Okay, channel. We have the same learning from home channel. Now this learning from home channel, okay, so let me edit this well. Okay, so we are learning from home channel. Now when we wrap test, you could see now it is in one cell, but this time I just expand the height, increases the height of the cell, and thus fixing the cell. But let's say you want it to be on a straight or in a horizontal form. How can we do that? Therefore, we need to merge 1, 2, 3, or 4 these cells together, so that we can just take rid of these lines here to get a straight line for this test to be displayed. How can we do that? So let's highlight the test. So we can just right click on the mouse, then the left button, then keep dragging. You drag. So you want to just highlight this test. After being highlighted, let's go for the merge. So we click on this drop down button. Now we have merge cell. Merge what cell? So merge, click on merge. Now you can even see the picture. Now click on merge. Now as soon as you merge, now the whole test, there's no line within. So you see now this line ends here, the same thing ends, the same thing ends. Now you have one big cell here. Now you've done the alignment. So now you want to move it up, want to center it or move it to the right. What can you do? As the cell is being highlighted, you click on this and then the test is in the middle. So you can see that now you've merged the cell, or you can also increase the size of this. Okay, so now you've merged the cell together for you to fix the test in. Now when you highlight this, you can see now the space from this side is different from the space here. Okay, that's the indent. But when you can decide to use this to move the text to the middle. So let's see, let's move it, let's move it, let's move it. Okay, so now you center the text. But let's say you don't want to merge the text, then you center it again. You want to do it once and for all. What can you do? Let's go back as here. Now you go for the same thing, merge and center. So you go for merge and center. So as soon as you go for merge, so you see, so now let's highlight this and let's go for merge and center. Now you see. So now the space from this side and the space from this side, what? They are equal. They are equal, meaning it has now merged those cells and it has centered the text. Instead of merging the cell and at the end of the day you go for increasing the height or increasing the indent, no, this time around it does it once and for all and you're done. So that is the way to wrap text. Now merge cell and center it as well. Okay, so now let's go to this here, the numbers. So let's type in, we have 10 here, we have 20, we have 30. Now I can just drag this. Now I can increase the numbers to, so we have 80 here. Now with these numbers, how can you format them? Now highlight numbers. Now go for this. That's the general. Okay. Now general here. So first of all, we're talking about the numbers here. So general, you want numbers. So this is numbers here. Now, in order to check if you want it to be in percentage, let's say you want it to be in decimal. How can we do that? Now we have 10.00, right? If you wanted to make it two decimal, this is two decimal places. If you want to make it one decimal place or three decimal place, how can we do that? You can see there are some tools or symbols here. Now 0, so click on that. This moves to your, that's the increase decimal, and this is to decrease decimal. So click on that and let's see. So when you click, you see now it moves, it takes off the first 0. Okay, so now you have no decimal place. Now this, when you move forward, this one decimal place, two decimal places, three decimal places, and so forth. Okay, so that's the way to do that. So you can now still move it. Now what is this? What's here? Now this is percentage. Okay, so now this is percentage. So you can just decide to click on the percentage, and you can still add the, you can see, so you can still add the decimal as well. So that is the percentage over here. But let's say you want to add another one as well, you want to format it well, then right click. You can just right click here, then go to format cell. Right click on the highlighted area and go to format cell. Now when you come to the format cell, you have this dialog box here. Now this dialog box here tells you, now you have percentage. Now the percentage, do you want decimal place? No, I don't want decimal place. So now this is 1. So now this is 0. Okay, so it means you don't want any decimal place. Now let's go to the numbers. Now the numbers, do you want decimal place? No. So there is 0. Now there is one decimal place, two decimal places. So you can see this is a preview of the text here. Now do you want to use thousand or separator to separate thousands? So if the zeros are 3, then it's separate with comma. Do you want that? Then you can just check that. Okay. If not, you can just uncheck it. Then move on. Okay. So now when you check here, this is the alignment, and this is the font. Okay. The font of the text. You can still do it here or here. So you can see now this side is font, and it has popped out here. And this is the border as well. So the border that you see it over here. The border that you see, this is the same border over here. And we have the fill. So this fill is the background color over here. That is the same as the fill. And this is to protect the cell. Okay, to protect it. Okay, so that is it. Now if you want to get the format cell properties without right clicking and go to the format cell, you can also go to the format cell tab here, then click on that, then you go to format cell. You go to format cell, and you're going to see the same pop-up as well. Okay, so that is it for today. And let's get one thing before we go. That's the date. Date is also important. Now date. So date, you see, now you have let's say we have 21st 01 2022. Okay, now when you type it, you can have this. Now this is the first number is the day, second is the month, right, and the last one is the year. Now let's say you want to change this date format. Just still go to format cell. So just highlight the date. Now you can just go to format and now format cell, or you can just right click and go to format cell. Okay, format cell, or Ctrl+1 and you still go to the format cell. Okay, so now when it gets to that, just right click and go to format cell. Now come to the date. Now which format do you want? Now you see now you have, this is the date. Okay, this is the day, the month, and the year. Or do you want the day, the month, and the year to be written the full name? If yes, you can just click on OK. If no, you can just select the one that you want. There are a list of them here. You select the one that you want. Okay, so let's say you want the second one. Click on OK. Now, as soon as you click on OK, if when you have the text being like this, the hash, it tells you that the length of the text, the length is too small for the text. Therefore, you need to resize it. You need to resize it. So you can go for to resize it. And how can you resize the text? You can just increase the size of the cell by when you put the cursor on top, then you hold and drag, you open the cell. As soon as you open, you see you have the text or the date being displayed. Okay. If you want to change it, go to the same process, format cell and now format cell properties, or right click and go to the format cell, or Ctrl+1 to go to the properties. Okay, so that is a way for formatting, and these are the basic tools we use in the formatting. So that's the end for today's video, and thank you for watching.